The president swept into what some here call the capital of Europe. Down streets closed to the rush hour traffic and into the headquarters of the European Union. Last year, he wouldn't have faced such a warm welcome, with allegations swirling that American spies had tapped phone calls made in this very building. This year, they are united against Russia's takeover of Crimea.
If Russia continues on its current course, however, the isolation will deepen. Sanctions will increase, and there will be growing consequences for the Russian economy. And this reflects the enduring commitment to the goal that has brought Europe and the United States together for decades. A Europe that is whole and free and at peace.
There were no new sanctions, no new threats to Russia's President Putin. But a consensus is developing that Europe needs to reduce the amount of gas it gets from Russia, and the US will help it do so.
It's certainly good news that the United States have this policy of putting the gas from shale gas in the international market, because countries like the European countries and others will be less dependent on energy coming from, let's say, difficult spots.
Once it was through war, not energy diversification, that Europe settled its differences. 100 years after Europe's Great War began, President Obama and the Belgian King remembered their fellow countrymen who died fighting here.
Change opens the door.
And so, with the names of the fallen etched into his mind, President Obama told an audience in Brussels this evening why he believes Russia's Ukraine adventure cannot go unpunished. And he warned of the consequences of complacency.
Our own borders are not threatened by Russia's annexation. But that kind of casual indifference would ignore the lessons that are written in the cemeteries of this continent. It would allow the old way of doing things to regain a foothold in this young century.
The transatlantic bonds.
With that in mind, the president met the head of NATO. The US has sent more fighter jets to help the alliance patrol the skies above Eastern Europe. More will be done to assure those countries that feel threatened by Russia that they are protected. Matthew Price, BBC News, Brussels.